That was pretty close. This is the Muslim greeting. It means, may peace be upon you. If you don't remember anything else I said, this would be one thing I would like you to remember. This is how Muslims greet each other. Assalamu alaikum is an Arabic word. Its translation is, may peace be upon you. So whenever Muslims meet each other, they greet each other by saying, Assalamu alaikum. And in response, the answer usually is, wa alaikum assalam, which means, may peace be on you as well. So that's the first point about Muslims. The topic of my speech is what Americans need to know about Islam. And as I was driving here this morning, I realized this is a special day for this topic. Today we are electing a president who proposed for a complete and total ban on all Muslims from entering the United States. So I feel there's a big need for Americans to know what these Muslims are. Why do we want to keep them outside of the United States? So let me start by asking a question. How many of you in this room personally know a Muslim? Can I see a show of hands? Well, that's quite more than I expected. According to Pew Research, 62% of Americans do not know a Muslim. So when we don't know somebody, there could be misconceptions, there could be misunderstandings, there could be fear. So I'm going to take this time, next 5 minutes or so, to explain some of the belief system that Muslims have, what they believe in, what are some of the misconceptions about Islam or Muslims. And I will, if time allows, I will try to talk about what ISIS is and what their ideologies or what they are trying to do. Let me ask you another question. What do you think is the percent of Muslim population in the world, in the US? Give me a rough guess. 5%, 1%, 10%, 100%, whatever. 10. Any other guess? 6. Keep going.
20.
Done.
3.
It's 1%. 1% of the US population is Muslim, again, according to Pew Research. This is the book called the Holy Quran. This is what Muslims believe as their holy book. It was revealed to Prophet Muhammad about 1400 years ago in Arabia. And if you see a typical book of Quran, it has its original scripture, which is Arabic, and on this particular Quran that I have, it has English translation. So Muslims usually read Arabic as well as some translation in their local languages. That's one of the differences when I came to the US and started seeing more about Christianity. I expected Bible to be in Hebrew or some other language with an English translation. So that's one unique difference, that Muslims try to read Quran in the original Arabic language, and majority of the Muslims in the world, a vast majority of the Muslims in the world, do not understand Arabic. So they know how to read the scripture or the script, but they do not understand it, so they usually have a translation to guide. Islam is the second largest religion in the world after Christianity, and again, according to Pew Research, it is the fastest growing religion in the world. So let me give you a brief introduction about the theology. So what do Muslims believe in? As I said, Islam was started by Prophet Muhammad about 1400 years ago. He was born as an orphan. He could not read or write. The book, Holy Quran, was revealed to him in Arabic, and Muslims believe that this is the exact, Quran contains the exact words of God. So the scripture are the words of God. And they were revealed to him during his lifetime. It took about 23 years to complete. And after his death, it was compiled in the form of a book. But during his life, he used to dictate these verses to his disciples, who used to memorize them or write them down. So this is some background about how Quran was compiled. So Muslims believe in 5 basic pillars of Islam, and I'm going to read them from this verse 177 of Quran, chapter 2. It says, "Who believes in Allah and the last day and the angels and the books and the prophets, and spent the money for love of them. So this is the part of the belief system. So first belief is belief in Allah. What is Allah? Allah is the Arabic word for God. Everybody who speaks Arabic use this word. Even Christians in the Middle East use Allah to mention God. Muslims believe in last day. This is the day when everybody will show up in front of God, and depending on their good deeds or bad deeds, will either go to heaven or hell. They believe in angels, similar to what Christians believe in, the books. So Muslims not only believe in the Holy Quran, they also believe in Jesus, Old Testament, New Testament, and some of the previous scriptures as well. And finally, Muslims believe in all prophets, starting from Adam, Noah, Moses. Muslims also believe Jesus to be a prophet. Some of the misconceptions about Islam: people think Muslims are violent. A lot of Muslims are violent. That is not correct. There are some Muslims who are violent, but a vast majority of Islam and Muslims are peace-loving. Quran says that if you kill one person unjustly, it's like killing the entire mankind. And if you save one life, it's like saving the entire mankind. So my belief is that somebody's religion is a reflection of themselves. If they are good, their religion will be good, and if they are violent, they will use their religion for violence. And unfortunately, all religions through the history have been used for violence as well. So if you want to learn more about Islam, there's a group that meets at Panera Bread in Fishers every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. I would encourage you to stop by and ask any questions that you have. Thank you very much.